Smith, Dave Newsham and Rob Collard are covering. And again, you see Daniel Welch has got the speed down the straights. That's Matt Neal. He's attacking now for 15th place.
So just 1 point at the moment for Matt Neal. He didn't score earlier today. Had a turbo problem. He tried to limp it round to try and get some points, but it was unfortunate, all in vain, and he has to bang, and that leaves the door open for the sister Honda Civic, made at the same place as Matt Neal's, of Andrew Jordan. The Pertec Honda trying to keep up with the pace of that Proton as we ride on board with Andrew Jordan.
Yeah, there was certainly some movement up front. Look, Dan Welch hasn't given up on this yet. Is he going to squeeze up the inside? Matt Neal jumps out of the way. He sees him. Good driving. They're going to go side by side through Luffield, but Welch is going to get this because he's got more speed down and the shorter line round Woodcote.
Well, as they go into Luffield, when somebody goes up on the inside, I'm sorry, Tim, I can't help but think so clever. It happens every time when the camera's at the rear.
It's the last thing I think about. I don't know why, but there you go. 20 years ago this weekend, yeah, it was Soper and Clellan banging it out. Perhaps they should have given each other a bit more room.
Yeah, but you ended up the champion, and this battle for 15th position is red hot. It's like the lead of the race as Dan Welch holds it. Andrew Jordan ahead of Matt Neal. Matt Neal still in pain with his right plato. There's second place, the BMW of Rob Collard, then the Vauxhall of Dave Newsham, then the Ford Focus of Aaron Smith. The fastest guy on that last lap was actually Matt Jackson. Again, Matt Jackson doing another stellar time around this 1.6 mile Silverstone circuit. Jeff Smith getting bodywork to bodywork with Dan Welch, who's in a Pertec Honda sandwich.
Yeah, now that could have been a definite Clellan Soper moment there if he'd retaliated in Soper style, I think, but didn't happen. Kept the powder dry. It was a lunge by Dan down the inside into Brooklands, just meant he ran wide and allowed Jeff Smith to get back through. But interestingly, if you look at the way the grid was formed up, Matt Jackson was only 2 places in front of Matt Neal, but he's been able to use the speed of that Focus, particularly down the straights, to move up to a strong 5th place. Poor old Matt Neal still languishing in 14th, despite some cars dropping out in front of him.
Just 2 points for 14th position, points going down to 15th as these guys rattle on down the Wellington straights. Gordon Shedden, I remind you, the championship leader, he's still in 8th place. As Jeff Smith makes Dan Welch go around the outside again. Dan Welch knows he's got some pace into that corner, but it's a bit one line through here.
Very difficult to get round the outside unless the guy on the inside wants to give you room, and there aren't many touring car drivers that let... Oh, someone... Oh, no!
Oh! Is that Matt Neal? Is that a... It's Matt... He's got a fire! He's got a fire like Gordon Shedden had at Snetterton in practice, and the car is alight, and Matt Neal is going to be non-scoring here. He might not know it's on fire because it's on the other side.
He needs to stop that car immediately. If he doesn't get that fire put out, the car won't make the last race.
And now the smoke has come into the cabin, and Matt Neal's Silverstone weekend has got from bad to worse, and that is a massive moment in this year's championship. Let's hope that he gets out of the car quickly and safely. He does indeed, and the marshals are on the case immediately. Matt's running to try and get the extinguisher on the case, so as Tim says, to get the car back for race 3. What else can go wrong for Team Dynamics today?
It's just a disaster. There's Barry Plowman, chief mechanic and engineer, Fortune. But wow, how fortunes can change. Toby, they do this every year in touring cars. Yes, we're building up to your first finale of a touring car season. Trust me, they're all like this.
Well, I was watching in my front room last year for this race at Silverstone to see the battle royale with 5 points covering 3 drivers as they came into the very last race weekend of the season. But I didn't expect that it would be this close 12 months later.
Well, we've now had 2 leaders of the first 2 races retire with mechanical problems. So nothing is certain in touring cars, believe me. It won't be tied whoever's leaving the 3rd race with 3 laps to go.
It's going to snow, I think. There's some bizarre occurrence that's going to happen. Now, Gordon Shedden, he's still the championship leader and he's still in 8th position. He can't quite get ahead of Tom Onslow Cole in front of him, nor Nick Foster. There's your leader. There's second place Collard. 3rd is still up for grabs. And I tell you what, Rob Austin could get Smith, who could get Newsham.
Well, don't forget Rob Austin's got the bigger tyres on his NGTC car, so they're going to be a bit stronger at the end of the race. And that's why Shedden is now on the tail of these two BMWs. But Shedden will know that both Plato and Matt Neal are out of this race. The team would have told him on the radio. So he just needs to keep doing what he's doing, keep finishing, keep getting points.
Just 3.2 miles remain here at Silverstone. 2 more laps. This is the battle, with Tom Onslow-Cole, Gordon Shedden battling. Then in front of Onslow-Cole is his BMW teammate, the blue stripe on the top of the car, Nick Foster. Does he leave the door open? Tom's going to try and go around the outside into the right-hander, and Gordon Shedden has got to find a way through. Will he push Foster wide? Foster's going to try. No, Gordon Shedden's going to try and pass the two of them, but it won't happen with the speed disadvantage.
No, he's going to come out there, and he could even lose the spot to Dan Welsh, because he's had a better run out the corner, which is why Shedden's moving over to defend into the Brooklyn's left-hander.
And Foster's doing a bit of defending, one could say, for Tom.
Well, I think he's just defending from the position, from the tackle. Oh, a bit of contact. Shedden trying to just ease it wide. Be careful, Gordon. If you get too rough and tumble, they'll get rough and tumble with you, and you won't finish the race.
As we start the last lap here at Silverstone, tremendous battle that we've got unfolding in front of our eyes for 6th position. Tom Onslow-Cole has it at the moment from his teammate Nick Foster. Gordon Shedden desperate to go another position higher. It's only another point. If he gets another position, it'll only be another point. But you've got a feeling that this year's title chase will come down to just 1 point.
Yeah, Shedden's through, and here comes Dan Welch. Bit of contact between Welch and Foster could give Shedden enough of a gap to make it to the end of this straight without being attacked.
Shedden goes up from 8th to 7th position. He's got the complex to go, but this is the dangerous bit for the number 52 in the Team Dynamics Honda. He's going to lose out. There's something come off the car. I think it was just a piece of rubber. Matt Jackson wins the race here at Silverstone. What a fantastically controlled drive by Matt Jackson. He started 17th and he wins. Brilliant. His 3rd victory of the season. Rob Collard comes over the line in 2nd place, and again Dave Newsham is on the podium. Aaron Smith in 4th, Rob Austin then in 5th position. Onslow-Cole just gets ahead of Gordon Shedden, who scores some valuable championship points in a race.